This time on Sparks of Discovery.
We discover the home of the fastest track in NASCAR, Talladega County.
We'll begin in southern Talladega County with the city of Sylacauga, where we'll indulge in a taste of the good old days at the Blue Bell Creamery and stroll through the thriving downtown district.
From there, we'll move north to the Childersburg area, where we'll head underground at DeSoto Caverns and take a step back in time at the Kymulga Grist Mill and Covered Bridge.
Last but certainly not least, we'll discover the City of Talladega. Here we'll visit the unique educational institutions that call the city home before heading over to the Talladega Superspeedway in the International Motorsports Hall of Fame.
It wouldn't be Talladega without racing, so we'll end our trip with a night at the Talladega Short Track.
This is Discovering Talladega.
I'm Jess, and this is Price. We're the Sparks.
Welcome to Sparks of Discovery. Talladega County is located about 50 miles east of Birmingham in the foothills of the Appalachians. It's home to a population of over 82,000 people. On the southern end of the county, you'll find the city of Sylacauga.
Sylacauga is known as the Marble City because it sits on a massive marble deposit. In fact, Sylacauga marble has been used in some of the best-known buildings in the United States, including the Washington Monument, the Lincoln Memorial, and the U.S. Supreme Court building. On the edge of town, there's a public overlook where you can view the original marble quarry, as well as the newer quarries behind it.
The Marble City is also known for one of its favorite sons, the legendary Jim Nabors, who played Gomer Pyle in the Andy Griffith Show. Nabors was born and raised here before heading off to Hollywood.
Sylacauga is also noteworthy for being home to the first documented case of a human being struck by an object from outer space. In 1954, a local resident was taking a nap when a meteorite came crashing through her roof, bounced off the radio, and landed in her lap. Strangely enough, she survived, with only a bruise to show for it.
Today, Sylacauga is a vibrant community of about 12,000 people. The downtown district on Broadway Avenue is lively with many thriving small businesses. We had a great time looking in some of the stores and getting a bite to eat at Pizza and Pint. Jess is a self-proclaimed pizza connoisseur, so she particularly enjoyed it. The best thing about Sylacauga, though, is that it's home to the Blue Bell Creamery, where the best ice cream you'll find in the South is crafted out of pure yummy deliciousness.
While tours of the creamery are not currently offered due to the pandemic, the facility's old-fashioned ice cream parlor is open and highly recommended. If you can't tell, Price loves Blue Bell ice cream.
About 20 minutes north of Sylacauga, near the city of Childersburg, is one of the more unique and historic attractions in Talladega County, DeSoto Caverns. This large cave system holds some beautiful formations of onyx, stalactites, stalagmites, and more.
The history of this cave makes it even more interesting. Spanish conquistador Hernando de Soto visited this area in the 1500s during his exploration of America. Later on, during the Civil War, the cave was used as a saltpeter mine to help supply the Confederate Army.
In the Prohibition era of the 1920s, the caverns held an illegal speakeasy and developed quite a colorful reputation before finally being shut down by federal agents.
Today, DeSoto Caverns is a tourist attraction. You can take a guided tour of the caverns complete with a really beautiful light show. Outside the cave itself, the park has some unique and quirky attractions for all ages.
DeSoto Caverns is a must-see attraction for anyone visiting Talladega County.
Just a few miles north of DeSoto Caverns is another historical attraction, the Kymulga Grist Mill and Covered Bridge. This water-powered grist mill dates back to 1860, meaning it survived the raids of the Union Army during the Civil War. Several other mills in the area weren't so lucky.
Today, the Childersburg Historical Society operates the park that contains the grist mill and the covered bridge. Here you can learn about the history of the mill and covered bridge while enjoying the outdoors along the banks of the creek. This is a real hidden gem, and we think it's well worth a visit. The city of Talladega is the county seat of Talladega County. It's the largest city in the county with nearly 16,000 people. The historic downtown area has some noteworthy places built in a square around the Talladega County Courthouse, which is the oldest courthouse in continuous use in Alabama, built in 1836. Just around the corner is the first Bank of Alabama, founded in 1848, making it the oldest continuously operated bank in Alabama. As you can tell, Talladega is full of history.
On the west side of town is the campus of Talladega College, which is the oldest private historical black college in Alabama, founded in 1867 in the aftermath of the Civil War. The oldest building on campus, Swain Hall, actually dates back to the early 1850s and was built using slave labor. Amazingly, two of the former slaves who were forced to build Swain Hall later returned to found Talladega College in this same building.
They built the building as slaves, but built their legacy here as free men, inspiring thousands of students for over 150 years.
Another unique and historic educational institution also calls Talladega home. The Alabama Institute for Deaf and Blind has been located here since 1858, before the Civil War. This is a boarding school specifically for kids who have these disabilities, with unique facilities, educational experiences, and extracurricular activities for them to participate in. They even have a football team. The Alabama Institute for Deaf and Blind is a beloved part of the Talladega community.
The Institute for Deaf and Blind is located in the Silk Stocking District, which contains many beautiful and historic homes. We recommend a walk along South Street, which runs directly in front of the Institute. Talladega County is most famous as the home of the Talladega Superspeedway, the fastest track in NASCAR. It's been open since 1969 and is the longest oval-shaped track in NASCAR at 2.66 miles long. It hosts Cup Series races twice a year, as well as Xfinity and Truck Series races. The main grandstand seats 80,000 people, while the overall capacity is around 170,000.
If you've always dreamed of being a NASCAR driver, you can be at Talladega for a hefty price. The NASCAR racing experience is open to the public, and you can live your dream of racing on the same track as legends like Dale Earnhardt and Jeff Gordon.
Talladega Superspeedway is also home to the International Motorsports Hall of Fame, which houses a large museum. We really enjoyed spending a couple of hours looking at the exhibits and learning about how motorsports have evolved and expanded over the years.
The museum includes over 140 race cars, many of which were driven by members of the Hall of Fame, as well as some other noteworthy vehicles. For any racing fan, this is a must-visit attraction.
If you ain't first, you're last.
Though NASCAR only comes to town twice a year, you'll find races happening at the Talladega Short Track almost every weekend from springtime through the fall. Located just across the street from the Superspeedway, the Talladega Short Track is a dirt track, and it's a lot of fun.
That's my boy. No, my boy! Father, help!
It's a lively, good old-fashioned family racing experience that's highly entertaining. We had so much fun on our visit for the opening night of the 2022 season. There were plenty of wrecks and plenty of great racing action as well.
That car has sustained serious damage.
We even got to see NASCAR racing legend Red Farmer still going strong on the dirt track at 89 years old. From the marble quarries and heavenly ice cream of Sylacauga,
To the underground wonders and historic landmarks of Childersburg.
to the pioneering educational institutions and speedways of Talladega.
It's clear to see that Talladega County really does have something for everyone.